come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Would you care for me? Would you care for me?
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Okay, Capricorn, so I think I've got enough for us to go on. So I've got you a load of messages here. We're going to channel them. We're doing Capricorn. This is not a tarot card reading. Your tarot card reading was yesterday, Capricorn. I've got you a load of messages, so we're going to go through them. At the same time, this is called remote viewing, and I just scribble and do a load of like drawing, and then at the end we come out with what we've got, and I see if I can channel any pictures or any deceased loved ones or anything that comes through in the actual picture itself. So I keep hearing this, and it came up through the last reading I did, something around a life path 3 or a Pisces or a picture, okay, or the name pitch, or something to do around arts and crafts. Man, same as Pisces. Lara Crofts, arts and crafts, crafty fox, something around a Leo or an Aquarian. And it's arts and crafts, looking at drawings, pictures and art. But then I also picked up through the other reading that seems to be seeping in this one, around it where it is like an artful dodger, okay? Like I'm dodging a bullet and I'm trying to steal something from someone because it was, oh, just watch the Pisces reading. If you know a life path 3 or Pisces, and it's anything to do with like gambling, addiction and drugs and crime and a crime scene, it's all come out just through the Piscean reading. So I would say watch that because I want to get on with what yours says here. But it's, again, the Artful Dodger. So like stealing a painting or stealer's wheels about a car or a Cancerian or a life path 7. And I'm trying to steal someone from you, a one or thing or Steve or I don't know, but I'm trying to, I don't know, just watch the Pisces reading because it was something about like a car was involved, a stealing of like stuff that was in a car, and someone stole my car and it had things in it like a receipt and credit cards, credit card history, all of that sort of stuff. My advice, Capricorn, so I can get on with yours, because it is seeping from that energy. So if you're a Capricorn and you're a life path 3, or you're a Capricorn with Pisces in your chart, you'll obviously probably be watching the Pisces reading, but it's so important because your messages are there. But I'm hearing artful crafts, artful dodger, dodging a bullet, moving out the way, something that was stolen in a car, a credit card or my history, okay, like a laptop or something like that that was inside of a car and stolen, okay. I'm also hearing stolen cake, or I'm stealing Patreon, or I'm stealing something from people and whatnot. And it was something to do around a Pisces, and I think there's probably something going in the background there with probably me again, probably. But I'm staying out of it because I'm not gonna start fucking. I'm picking up someone that's trying to steal the limelight, and I'm trying to do better than anyone else or something. Now, whether this is genuine or whether it isn't genuine, I don't know, because I'm picking up on 2 messages. One is that I might be trying to do something underhanded in order to get above the game, Michael or Douglas or something around a Cancerian or a 7, but I'm trying to do something to get above the game, okay? So I don't know what this is to do with stealing, because clients did also come up, and also something here around like I'm trying to be better than anybody else. So I don't know whether that's true or false. I don't know. It could be around a Libra or life path 2. It might not be all of you, but I'm definitely picking up that as something like something being stolen or taken or something like that, okay? Money, where money is involved here, like money is an involvement, okay? But my advice would be, because I've just did that, I'm also hearing Miami vibe, so that would be from Miami, okay? Or Mia, or Mika, or Amelia, or Sense Amelia, drugs being stolen. You really need to watch the Piscean reading for anybody that may be dealing with someone that could be dealing drugs, arts, crafts, credit card, history, under the stairs, children under the stairs. It was all coming out through that reading. Okay, so Capricorn, how you doing? Sorry, man, but what we're doing is, this is not a tarot card reading. I channel a load of messages. It could be quite fast. Then I draw, scribble, and we come out with a story. Okay. Whew. So I need to come out with some kind of story. I need to fabricate some sort of lie to get myself out of this, because I've found myself in something, and I need to now try to get myself out of something because it's just come a cropper. And that was Crofts, Mandy Crofts. So Tomb Raider. Okay, raiding is the messages are the same, Capricorn. Being raided, like David or David or Avid or Evie or Steve or even Devi, but like a dragon maybe. But I'm stealing something here. Okay, I've got to get away from this because I'm picking up people again that are trying to steal people's ideas or trying to like I don't know, take people's clients or just I don't know, watching tarot card readings and trying to take people's like I don't know, channeled stuff. But I don't know, man. I just want to stay out of that fucking shit here. Something like that is here. I don't know if it's relating to you and it's pissing you off or not pissing you off. And now my pen is running out and I don't have another pen. Brilliant. Okay, so something here about Artful Dodger, dodging a bullet. Something around credit card history, credit cards, money and fraud. Ford Focus around a car. Cancerian Ford Focus. Silver one. Silver bullet here. I don't know what this is about silver and gold. Gold tier. Silver tier, gold tier. I don't know. I'll tell you about it at the end. But something about patron. Here about patron or gold tier, silver tier. For you guys that are confused, before I get on with lose all of my people, to get on with your messages, just read what I just put over there. Okay, I just put a load of stuff over there about that. A lot of people say that they want the teaching videos, but they can't find them, and I've been trying for ages. And then when I check the client, it tells me that you're actually on the silver tier, that you're actually not on the gold tier. Have to be on the gold tier in order to get the teaching videos. Majority of you are asking, saying, "Well, I can't find the videos." And then when I look at the client, it says subscribe to the silver tier, has done for 2 or 3 weeks or months. So you've got to make sure I'm on the right one there. Okay, so let's get on. So, me feel so horny, sexual thoughts. So it says thoughts. So it doesn't actually mean that it's an action, or Jackson, or Julian, or Jason, or Justin, or Jackie, or Jasmine, or Jack. But like I have sexual thoughts about someone. Whether they're acting on that, I don't know. But your hidden message is the fact that someone is feeling extremely horny a lot, okay, or Charlotte, and they're having sexual fantasies about people. So there's either like sex magic, or there's like trying to attract something in with sex magic, or there is physically thinking of a human being whilst probably doing something. This could be someone on you or them or whichever way around. But don't forget, you also get confused with Gemini readings because I read in code. And on the top of a Gemini and on the top of a Capricorn, the numerology number is 6. So you will always come up through the numerology of major arcana card of 6. Okay. Please do not copy that process. Okay. That's just my process. So it's very important to know that if these are really not relating, it really could be because it's like a Gemini coming through. Okay. So I'm picking up Gemini and Cappies, because I'm picking up on a lot of actual relationships being here, okay? So what I'm hearing is that me feel so horny, sexual thoughts. So you're either having a lot of sex, or someone is having sex thinking about another person whilst having sex, and they're trying to like think of something whilst like having sex because they're kind of like maybe have someone in their vision or in their mind of like what it would be like to be with someone else, or something like that, but that's someone's private thoughts. So what that is, I don't know. A private eye, detective, private dick. Hello, my name's Tim, nice but dim. Hello, my name's Dick, nice but thick. How you doing? So someone's got a thick dick, maybe. I don't know. So like a lot of girth to their dick. So you had that in your reading, and a lot of people are like, hell no, I don't want that. It could be someone just thinking it. Okay. So let's talk about sex was also a song, and it was your actual message. Somebody wants to talk about sex. They want to talk about sex. So whatever messages that is, because it also says below it, exclusive announcement. Okay, let's talk about sex, exclusive announcement. So it means that I'm basically going to announce myself that I'm going to be talking about sex. I do actually talk about sex in my reading. So there is something here about exclusive announcement. Let's talk about sex. Okay. So whatever that means to any of you, it is there. As my pen is run out, I can't do your picture. That is really annoying me. I've got a pencil with no sharpener. So let's just channel, right? Now, it's got public. It also says public. So I'm going public and exclusive with someone. Okay, or I want to merge or do something with someone. I'm picking up on a third energy of like, I want to introduce another person into the relationship where it's involving sex. So this could be any people that are married or in couples. I don't mean the people that are like, fuck no, I wouldn't do anything like that. Because it could be someone coming at you that is kind of like this, I'm kind of with someone, but like sex is, it's all I can really offer you is some sort of like, I don't know, sexual gratification or sexual satisfaction. Like if I can't get with anyone and I can't get a boyfriend or girlfriend, I either choose something that is kind of like flirtatious and sexy, and like I'm also picking up someone that's dressing up in black leather or lace here, because I'm hearing black velvet in a summer sky, new religion, so I don't know, someone's feeling all like, you're right, how you getting on, Dave? You're right. This is a same-sex relationship. Because I'm thinking, go, you go, girl. Yeah, I'm feeling sexy. Some sort of same-sex relationship going on there, or some kind of like kinky, Keely, Casey, Cassandra, casino. That came up through Artful Dodger of Piscean energy of like casino, glam lights, light, Lake District, Peak District, the Red Light District, Amsterdam. Probably see what's going on there. You'll probably see all of that, maybe. But anyway, talking about sex, exclusive announcement, public. Go in public with a person if you haven't gone public with them. Okay, so pretty much announcing to everybody that I'm with someone or stuff like this. But then there's this also sexual need and sexual gratification. And I don't know if that's in like, well, I'm finding it very difficult. So say like you're in a long distance relationship, okay, long distance relationship, and it causes you guys to have sex via a face cam or something like that, or it's kind of some sort of like sexual gratification over texting or sexting. No, I really wouldn't say that would be texting. It could be. Say it could be that you're talking to someone and you're flirting and you're kind of like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit warm downstairs, and you're kind of like, so am I, Dave. And you're kind of like, before you know it, you're kind of going at it, and these are like soulmates are all latching on to each energy in order for some sort of like sexual gratification. Now, if that isn't what you want, that might be what the other person's coming up in their mind is like, well, I can't offer you anything other than just some sort of like sexual gratification. But if that's what you're looking for and that's what I'm looking for, then let's talk about sex, right? But like I said, you don't have to want it, you don't have to. But the message is that one or both of you are kind of, well, it depends if you are or not, but there's, or not, or something around Life Path 3 or Piscean, but like some kind of like sexual experience of like, me, I feel so horny. Do you? Yes. Well, let's, what do you want to do? Nothing or something or whatever. That's going to be completely down to you guys, right? Whatever that is, it's there on the table. It could be like, look, it's on the table. Do you want it or don't you? That's what your message is, right? So this let's talk about sex is some kind of like, I don't know whether someone has been thinking about someone in a sexual manner, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're kind of like talking to this person, and then you end up like talking about sex, and then you end up kind of like flirting a little bit here. Okay. Then I'm hearing also, I heard couples therapy, but then that turned to coupler, Felix. So Felix Coupler, the Capricorn person. So you must be in the background there somewhere. Now, I also heard Amber or Abigail or Abby or Amber Heard, something about a herd of sheep or a cow. So that would be, sorry if I call out your star sign now, but I'm picking up like Taurus, a bull. So I'm picking up like, might be something around Taurus, Life Path 5 or Sagittarian, maybe, involved somehow here, but we'll work out why they're here. Why are they here? We are here, there's a drug counselling energy here. That leads me on to my next message. When I went to a drug therapy, I went into a rehab, and then I worked there. And we used to get up in the morning and all stand up and go, why are you here? We are here in order to, like, and it was this morning ritual that we went over each day to remind ourselves that we were drug addicts, basically, and why are we here in therapy? That is absolute bullshit. For someone that went to drug rehabilitation for a whole year, came out and relapsed, it's bullshit, sweetheart. So what's coming out here is bad news about couple therapy or mental health. Sorry if this goes on a little bit, but this is going to relate to me now, sort of like giving some sort of like my advice here. Through also being a drug addict for many years, okay, 16 years clean, yeehaw, okay, then also working with drug people and like, you know, places and God knows what else, okay, I can literally tell you that reliving past moments do not prepare you for the future. If that be, I need to go to drug therapy, that does not prepare you for the future, because the work starts when you get out of the rehabilitation centre. When you're in a rehabilitation centre, you are safe from harm, but you can still leave at any point. So you're still not safe. You are safe from harm, but you're only in harm's way when you get out. Now, whilst you're in, if all of you've been thinking about is, let's go over being a drug addict each day and remind ourselves of how where we've come from, you're not prepared for the future because you haven't spent enough time living in reality, which means that comes when you come out. Now, if you are a drug addict, and it's heroin, okay, for instance, your dopamine system will be extremely false and extremely high. So you will have very good days and very bad days. When you have very good days, because this is also relating to mental health, okay, when you have very good days and you're coming off heroin, your dopamine will be like, oh my God, I've been taking a receptor to block all of that out. And I haven't naturally been able, or Natalie, I haven't naturally been able to feel myself like myself at all, because I've been taking substances or tablets that have been making me feel like the substance I've been taking. When I don't take the substance, I feel like me, but your dopamine will go right skyrocket high, okay? You can then at that point be sick. That is when a drug addict of heroin starts seeing colours of the trees. They have like a spiritual awakening because their dopamine is so high, their vibration is so high, they have what we have naturally of what you have when you have a spiritual awakening. So the green, the trees look green, Teresa or Treacle or Tanya or Tatiana, the grass looks green, the trees look green, the air, you can feel the air brushing through your hair, you feel natural again, you feel like fucking hell, I feel like I've detoxed and I can now naturally feel superhumanly high, okay? That's a false dopamine when you're coming off heroin, and it's very, very, very important to realise that the next day you're more than likely going to go down. Now, if you spend your time during that time going out with friends, drinking alcohol, your next day is going to be even worse because then you will be recovering from alcohol and feeling really shit. Okay, so it takes a long time for your body to produce itself the natural amount of dopamine that you need to not make mistakes when you are a addict in recovery. Okay, now I could go on for fucking ever and a day talking to you about how this would relate to us being mental health problems and also spiritual. Okay, don't forget, detoxing of any drug is like a spiritual awakening. It's the same energy. Okay, so couples therapy. I've got couples therapy, bad news. Okay, mental health. Okay, now again, if you constantly go to a doctor or a mental health practitioner to talk about how I'm mentally ill, you are going to constantly relive out the past from that. Now, if any of you guys were a drug addict, I believe that things like ADD is pronounced from me being a heroin addict many, 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 many years ago, 16 years ago. It's because I did that so many times to my body where I was suppressing all of the dopamine. I was then coming off after like a few months or a year, getting really high dopamine for like 4 or 5 months, becoming clean, and 6 months sober and clean and everything else, and then going back to it when my dopamine was really high, making stupid decisions and stupid mistakes, and then going back on it, suppressing my dopamine and then raising my dopamine. And I did that for so many years that my body said, Steve, fuck off. So now I'm 16 years clean, I now deal with ADD, okay, realising what my dopamine means, okay? So it's very important, okay? So for couples therapy, some here are, because it's related to like a couple of Felix, right? You want a message? Here it is. So constantly banging on about like what it was like for me as a child and banging on about how bad my life is. You are not going to accomplish fuck all in life, keep rehashing and living out the past. Even if it's marijuana, you are suppressing it by living in a fantasy land, by not actually coming round. Now, like I said, man, in America it's legal. Me, I actually don't like marijuana. I think that it inhibits your mind. It doesn't. Some people say it doesn't. I'm not going to get into an argument over that one with people, but it's not what I would do, me. So, you've got this energy that says around couples therapy. Okay, me, I believe that's a bad idea, because if you're trying to move on with your life and create your life, you're not going to create it by rehashing and reliving out of the past. No, but I need to talk to someone about all of the problems. There isn't a problem. It's because you're seeing it as a problem. That's why. A problem shared is a problem halved is a bollocks. It's bullshit. Okay, but you can do it. But like I said, you have to look at life that there isn't a problem ahead of you. That just relates to where you end up getting fucking anxiety and panic attacks, because you believe in your mind that there's, they say, like a lion in front of you, and it isn't, and you can't breathe when you actually can breathe. But whilst having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, you believe that you can't, because you're telling yourself, I can't, hyperventilating, right? You can breathe. It's because your mind has gone fucking like haywire, because you've been thinking that many negative thoughts, living out the past, panicking about the past, worrying, over anxiety. Where are you getting? Nowhere. Running from something that isn't there. Okay? So it's about learning to overcome your mind, realizing that you, when you can become in control of your own mind, you know exactly what you're doing, and you don't give a fuck about anybody else. And that is where you'll be arrogant. Anyway, so as far as the story, because I can't draw anything here, man, I'm sorry. But I'm picking up like a crew cut here, a crew cut. Like someone that's like original, like when they go to war, okay, and they say, right, let's give you a fucking buzz cut, like, and they give them like a flat top fucking head type, sort of like short back and sides flat top, right? It's really what I'm picking up just through the one drawing that I was being able to do there, okay? So you might be dealing with someone that has PTSD, trauma coming from war, you know. So something there like that. Let's go over slightly about this. Like I said, man, if any of you are looking to go to couples therapy, you're going to start blaming the partner for bringing you harm. They don't. See, it's just because you're arguing, okay? And if you talk about it, why on earth, I said this in the Pisces reading, I think it was, when I did it yesterday, why the fuck is it that people believe still that talking about your problems is the way forward? Talking about our problems is the way that we cope with our problem, but it isn't. It leads to a question mark. It still leads to like, well, I'm still curious about what the problem is, when really I'm supposed to be thinking that there isn't a problem to solve, right? So I digress. There's energy here where I'm definitely picking up that there are sexual tension flying all over, and people that are actually together in a relationship. So that will actually only really come out over on Patreon when I've done your actual reading, right? The arts and crafts bit is a little bit dodgy, because I don't know what this is that's coming up around this stealing wheels or stealing something from someone or wanting something from a person but not knowing how to approach or ask, but I keep hearing roach. Now that is a fish. So it's something about life path 3s or Piscean energy being definitely present here. And it's something about Cancerian life path 7. I don't know what it's relating to arts and crafts and crafty dodger. Like, because it feels like that I'm having to do something crafty. This is what come up in the Pisces channel message. Like, I'm having to do something, but not say something to someone, but do something that is like under the radar. Okay, or David or Ray. See again, X-ray. Watch the Pisces reading, Capricorn. It's so important if you want your messages. Something about like I have to do it under the radar. Like if I'm flying, I've got to go under the radar to be unseen. Like I want to do something and I've got something in mind, blah, 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 but I'm having to like do it a little bit devious where I can't say what it is that my intentions are, or I can't really say what I'm doing. Like I've got to kind of be a little bit non-exclusive. Like I can't exclusively do something. We're going to have to talk, but I can't. I mean, like I said, it could be someone that's in a third-party situation or something like that, or like infidelity or something, I don't know. But like this where, you know, I can't be seen. I've got to do something, but I can't be seen doing it, okay? Or I've got to, or I want to do something, but I don't want to be seen doing, I don't want to get caught doing that, okay? So whatever this is that's in your message is about someone not wanting to get caught doing something that they may want to do, but they don't want to get caught doing it. So whatever that is that seems to be coming up for you is only going to relate to you if you're like, I kind of think I know what that is, Batman. And, you know. So that's what I'm getting for you here. Anything else for the sign of Capricorn while we've got Capricorn here? Sorry about your picture, guys. A picture, that was it. Okay, so pitching an idea. Now, some of you guys, I think you said that a picture, what was it? A drug addict or something to do with drugs was a picture. I don't know. There's like arts, crafts, pictures, going to a cinema near you and watching a film. But then pitching something is also where, like, I've got an idea. This is what the UK slang means. To pitch an idea is like, right, I've got an idea and I need to pitch it to you to see what you think. And I've got an idea and I want to share half of my idea with you to get your advice on this idea that I've got, and I need to pitch it to you. So it's a little bit like, say, if you wanted a shitload of money, right? And you're going to look for a job, right? And you're like, right, I need to get this in front of the bigwigs or Briggs. You're right, Holly? But I need to get this in front of the bigwigs, and I need to go to like a huge corporation of a company, and I'm going to put forth my idea to you and say, what do you reckon? Will you fund me this idea that I've got? Say, like, for instance, I've just invented paper. Nobody has paper. Okay, money. So I'm going to go to a corporation and say, look, I've just cut down a load of fucking trees and I've just made this stuff here. Okay, and I think it'd be very good. Do you think you guys would fund me in order to be able to get this idea out so everybody wants to buy it? And it's a little bit like that, going to a company to ask if they can, you can pitch an idea, or they can you, to pitch an idea to someone and see what they think, if it's a good idea or whether it isn't, or whether it's a good or a bad idea. But the trouble is, normally when you merge with other people, they want half of what it is that you're doing. So, like I said, it's like, what am I going to get? Like, if you're approaching a company, what am I going to get in return by giving you this idea? Like, I need to share my idea, but what do I want it for free? Or can I give you like this type sort of equality, which means Gemini, Capricorn energy, right? I've got an idea. I need to pitch it and get it in front of someone. I need to try and find out about money and stuff like that and what it's worth and all these sort of things. Might be a car or something like that. I need to get it in front of a car salesman, or I need to get it in front of Sal, and it might be a glamour box, but I need to get it in front of someone. Now, this can also be people that are striving to do YouTube, and I need to get my YouTube channel in front of other people that do YouTube, and blah, 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 okay? So that's up to whoever that is for whatever you're doing there. But my bad experience before was really not a very good one, and I didn't expect that, but I just need to drop that and move on. Yeah. So yeah, be very careful when it comes to, like, because I've seen a lot of arguments. It's stupid and it is silly. It really is silly. I still don't even know what happened today. I don't. I really don't. I think it's because I have an opinion on a different way of teaching and different way of stuff like that. But mainly a lot of arguments that went on with me in the past was really because of you lot. People, sorry, not all of you, but people were going from my channel over to another channel, secretly talking behind my back, and then sending me messages saying so-and-so has said this, and you apparently said that and didn't say this. And it was the conspiracy theories that were saying that things were going on that I was like, I got fucking no idea what they said that. Yeah, they said this, and like, well, I didn't hear any of that. Like, I didn't fucking hear it from the actual person. So all of that stuff, right? When you're merging in, say, with another YouTuber, you got to be very careful when you're doing that, because, like I said, it's like a lifetime business. It's someone's business, and I've seen a lot of people get into fucking a lot of arguments. Me included. No, I got no fucking, I don't mind what happened, I forgot it. Try to, but it's here, so I got to give it out as a message. It's kind of like this, okay, I need to like get what I've got in front of everybody else, but if you fall out, okay, you do get people that watch YouTube a lot, right? And they like different people. And they go off to different people, and then sometimes you get the bad people in the background there that you might not know of, that go across and whisper and like, listen, did you hear? And oh, they said this. And I did it with what was her name? The fucking, oh God, what was her name? The last one, when I did a deceased message for someone, the nun. And she went absolutely fucking ballistic, went off her nut, because you guys, people were saying, you want to put this out as a video for her? She likes you. So I was like, well, I don't even know the woman, but okay, it's a deceased message for someone. I'll give them it, make a video. And before I knew it, I was a dark demon moon man that had lived in his mother's fucking basement, racist remarks thrown at me, inadvertently. And I was like, wow. like, what the fuck? You know, so, you know, if you guys are out there looking for like pitching and promoting and shit, just be very careful of, so whether that be good or bad, or it's mixed good and bad for different people, I don't know. It's just a message. It's not from a card. Okay. So that's that. It might have something to do around cards, tarot cards, or arts and tarot cards and stuff like that. And so for instance, like I'm an art dealer. Okay. I'm an art dealer, and I need to get my art in front of someone that is a YouTuber in order to buy my tarot cards. Well, like I said, man, if you make tarot cards, send me a pack and I'll put them on here. I don't mind doing that, okay? So if it's like, you know, I've got loads of tarot cards and I make tarot cards and art, send me some of your art and I'll put it on the back wall here, and I will also more than likely try to promote your tarot cards as a business below, okay? But if it comes to like readings, then it's, you know, I do that. So, but anything like that, man, yeah, sure. But there you go. So that's what I've got for you guys. That's what is there. So make sure that you also check out your tarot reading, which was yesterday, okay, because that's what's in your environment. And then over on Patreon, why I haven't been on here for a couple of days is because I've just got through nearly all 12 star signs for your next weekly readings. So if you're thinking, where are the weekly readings? They are all on Patreon. They are different than what you get here. What you get here is only sticking to the people that watch. That one on here is what's in the news, what to be aware of in your environment. What's over on Patreon is loads of other different messaging. What's messages from your partner? What are their intentions? What are their thoughts? What are their feelings? Are they coming back? If they was, what would they be doing? What would they stay? How long would they stay? How long does it look like? What's hidden from you? What emotions that they're hiding? Why are they not coming forward, or why are you not coming forward? If they are and you are together, then we look into the togetherness and what happens through the week, right? So all of that is where the camera points at the table and I show you the actual tarot reading of what's going on, and we go over it and give you all of your messages. That is on the silver or the gold tier. Silver tier has all of the weeklies and all of the monthly readings, like 62 or 64 per week, per month. And then you also get the gold tier, which is all of the gold stuff, which is weeklies and monthlies, and then the teaching. Now, for the people that have been really suffering with trying to find out where the teaching videos are, before you send me a message, it's good to go onto your Patreon and look up where it says what you are subscribed to, okay? I've wrote it all over on Patreon on the top page now. I've changed it, okay? A lot of people ask me, where are the teaching videos? I can't see them. And when I look under the client's name, it says that you're on the silver tier. So you're actually not on the gold tier. That's why you can't see the teaching videos, is because you are actually subscribed, what it tells me, to the silver tier and not the gold tier. So a lot of problems that people have in the background, make sure that you know before people, because some people just leave and they have a go at me. And I'm kind of like, well, all this time you've actually been on the silver tier and not the gold tier, and that's why you haven't been able to watch it. So it's not my fault. There's nothing I can do. So make sure you know how Patreon works before you're joining, and make sure you join for a start the right tier. Because then I get people that like, I've got 30,000 different emails. I can't get on with my credit card because my credit card details are probably still in my phone to say that Patreon might be saying awooga, you haven't used this email before, but it's still you coming from your IP address. And then I get people that are schizophrenic and people that have also like dodged a bullet of a karmic narcissist. And I've had to keep changing all of my fucking emails and all of my addresses. And then when you come to join something, it won't let you on because Google probably thinks that you're a shady person. Okay, so you got to be full aware. Use a computer. If you've got a laptop or a computer, use a computer. Keep hold of your emails. Keep hold of your fucking, use the same goddamn password, right? And then log it into your computer so your computer remembers your password, okay? So my advice for all you guys, try using a PC or a laptop, okay? All right, guys, there you go. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. All links are provided below, and I'll see you on your next reading.